Oh, I don't know why it looks like that. All like that. Maybe try that. There we go. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you are all doing well. Please do forgive me for standing up. My back, it's really in bits. I'm going to have to do something about it. I don't know if I need to get a new chair, even though this was mad expensive, but like the more you sit on them, the more they get things. So I might have to get a new chair, but my back at the minute is absolutely ruined. I hope you're all doing well. Smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. We're here to discuss the latest press conference news. You will see down here questions and answers fluttering through. So if you miss bits, have a look down there. Make sure you've got your match bingo card ready for tonight as well. Ready for tonight, match bingo. As Liverpool take on Bournemouth, we will be doing a watch along of that. If nothing else happens, you won't see me until that watch along. Listen, is there any point in even doing a reaction to Dominic Calvert-Lewin when the manager basically announced him? The manager announced DCL. Yeah, market value 100 million, man. That's what he is on the transfer market. Right, okay, so we'll jump straight into it. Daniel Farke confirmed straight out of the gate that Dominic Calvert-Lewin, paperwork, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours, will be a Leeds United player. We'll probably get an official announcement a little bit later on. He did say will be a member of our squad from this afternoon onwards, so we'll probably get an announcement video, etc. He says Dominic has a really good age and is proven in the Premier League, scored nearly 60 goals at this level. He has all the skills you would like your striker to have. And he says last few seasons, of course, have been interrupted by injuries, but he did play 26 games last season. He can reach former heights. We will build his fitness step by step and build his confidence. This tells me he's not going to feature Monday, which I'm a little bit gutted about. I can't lie. I'm a little bit gutted about that fact. But yeah, they're going to build his fitness up step by step. So it's probably going to be Joel Pirro up top on Monday. He was asked about Jack Harrison, of course, a former Everton player. He says he's a top player. Everyone has a chance with the fan base. He was asked specifically about the fan base. He says everyone has a chance with good work and performances to give the fans what they want. And Jack has already won all the players and staff back this pre-season. He now has to win the supporters back, and that's on him, right? That is on Jack Harrison, and we'll see that with the performances on the pitch, right? Bogle, of course, we're all a little bit worried about Bogle. It's probably a good thing that we're playing on Monday, based on what he said, and I do think he will play. He says it was a late decision with Bogle. It will be a late decision. He's been out 2.5 weeks with injury. He started to get part integrated into team training on Wednesday. It's now Friday, so again, 2 days. Good. He will join full training session this afternoon. Then we will see how his body reacts. To be honest, he'll be putting through a lot of sessions because Farke does double, triple sessions all the way up to kickoff. So that's why they're fit. That's why they come, prepared. So I think he'll be involved because he said if he comes through these next 4 sessions, because he mentions we've got Saturday and Sunday as well, then he's got a chance to grab a proper amounts of minutes on Monday. I think he starts him. He can't go with Isaac Schmidt. Not for me anyway. Not if Illiman and Jai or Grealish. I mean, Grealish, oh God, it'd be long. It'd be long. So, yeah, Bogle hopefully will make it. On transfers in general, he says we have to be patient. We have been patient at times. But again, he did reiterate there is no doubt. There is no doubt we need attacking reinforcements. Dominic, first step, but we need more. And I think we all know that, right? We need wingers. We need wingers. We need improvement in them areas. Because I would still argue we've probably not improved on last season by losing Solomon and bringing in Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who injury concerns, etc. Which Farke, he didn't settle on this. He mentioned this. He mentioned Mecha. So we will improve there. He was asked about his mindset going into the Premier League. Of course, he says our mindset will be to win games of football. We're not going in defence first. We'll look to dominate the ball. We know that we're not, but we'll have a good off-ball structure, a good defensive structure, 3 midfielders and the back 4. On Monday, we want to be there with the best possible result. Of course, we are respectful of Everton. We know how difficult it will be. They're a good side and had a really good second half of the season. I think if you look at the stats, admittedly, game states involved, teams start winding down, teams maybe slow down, etc. But Everton's record under Moyes is up there with Arsenal, City and Liverpool since he came in terms of points won, etc. So they are a good side. They had a really good second half of the season, and he said, "Of course, we're looking forward to our first Premier League game under the lights on Monday. All the fan base there. It's going to be lit." And listen, we have to be confident. You have to be confident. Eh? Are you being serious? That's well wide of the mark, Jack. Of course it is. Why do you think we conceded the least amount of chances? The least amount of chances on our goal in the Championship last season? That's a wild one, bro. That is such a wild take. That's one thing we're very good at. Anyway. Calvert-Lewin. Will he be giving us... yeah, that's what I'm saying. Best XG against last season. So clearly we're very good off the ball. So we're way wide of the mark there, mate. Calvert-Lewin, will he give you any insight on Everton? No, he says it's not about that these days. We have analysts, etc. We don't need a player to give us advice. Jack, what do you mean we'll see? We've already seen. We've already seen. We have 2 years of it. We had a better XG against them Burnley. What are we doing? It's not really like that these days. Plus, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was not part of their pre-season. We're just happy to have him as a player. I'm not, Jack. You can keep talking into the void, bro. Elland Road. Will it be a fortress? That's what it's about, right? Newly promoted teams, they come up. You know, home form has to be key. This is why I put down that Sunderland will stay up, because I think Stadium Alike and Elland Road can become fortresses and will be. Yeah. So it's crucial to have a good home record. We've made Elland Road a fortress. We know it will be difficult than in the Championship. Of course, it's going to be more difficult, but we have great unity within the club and a bond with our supporters. We will need them during difficult times during the game. 100%. This is true, right? And listen, obviously I'm here. I don't go. It's not fair for me to comment, but I know the fans in the ground will never let the side down. You know what I mean? My boy's going to be there. Mr. Jack City of Leeds fans, make sure you show him some love. I can't wait for Monday night. Boy! Cannot. Neither can I. More strikers then. Will you be getting any more strikers? I'm glad he asked this question because that's on a lot of fans' lips, right? And he says, look, I'm not a big fan to have a group that's too big. When I first started hearing this, I was like, oh, God. He says competition is important, but I'm not a big believer in having 6 or 7 in the squad. We do have Harry Gray, who needs time, and I love what he said about Harry Gray later on, and that is what you call man management, folks. We have Harry Gray who needs time, but he's in team training. He's 16-year-old. He's learning. He's learning from his teammates, those that are further down the road than him. Bringing in someone like Calvert-Lewin is amazing for Harry Gray. Anyway, he said, I wouldn't rule out another striker. And he mentioned the fact that we have doubts with Calvert-Lewin and Lucas Mecha's injury problems. So in general, we need more options. The manager said that. If they don't get him it's on them. The manager wants another striker. Yeah. Even if you bring Noah Okafor, who can play centre forward, that's okay. I'd like us to bring in number 9 who we can sort of bank on, but we'll see. We'll see. But the manager's confirmed there will be more. He was then asked about the winger situation. It's difficult, etc. And he said it has been complicated, but I do remain optimistic. I do believe that Leeds United will get the players in by the end of the transfer window, because he was asked, are you optimistic you'll get the players in by the end of the transfer window? And he said, yes, I'm always optimistic. He said, we were close to getting one winger but it was not meant to be. I'm not sure who that is. I'm not having that it was pie showers. So it could have been someone else. Could have been someone else. But he said we were close to getting one winger, but it was not meant to be. I don't know how real that is, Shane. If it's going off the footy inside, I think he fell out with Moyes. I spoke to Neil yesterday, the Everton fan, and he said it's bullshit. He was then asked about Biol's suspension. It's these sort of boring questions, like, how do you feel that he's suspended? Well, he's suspended. What do you want me to say? You know what I mean? He said, I'll leave that to others. He got it from another country. Of course, it's not ideal. But hey ho, it is what it is. Why don't you? Maybe it is that then. Yeah, maybe it is then. It was just weeks back. So, and were we that close? I don't think so. Maybe we were, though. I don't know. Yeah, no, yeah. I seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really look into it. But yeah, that'd have been a bit mad, wouldn't it? Anyway, what about your reputation, Premier League? Because naturally, when I go on Premier League shows, I'm going on one straight after this, so make sure you come on over, and I want to see you put in the chat on Footy Judge Mo's channel. Just Joe FC, Leeds are staying up. Just Joe FC, Leeds are staying up. That's what I want. Even if you just put JJFC. On his reputation, do you need to, I guess, repair it? Farke backs himself, you know? And he says, nah, I don't need to do that. You know, I'm not convinced I need to do that. I've got no point to prove. Maybe secretly he probably wants it to be a success. Not secretly wants it. He does want it. But he says, all I want to do is leave this club in a better place than when I arrived. If he left tomorrow, he has for me. The squad that we've got, the camaraderie within the group. Yeah. And a lot of that's down to the 49ers as well, but they chose to put him in charge. They chose not to listen to a lot of fan uproar at the end of last season. How's that working out for Sheffield United, by the way? 4-1, they got slapped up. Yeah, Anyway, we're in a better position than when he arrived, that's for sure. And he said, I'm just focused on taking the next step of Leeds United, not Daniel Farke of Leeds United. He said, I wanted to bring this club back to the promised land. It's done. It's a club which belongs in the Premier League. The fan base is second to none. I believe that Daniel Farke has the best interest of this football club at heart. If we look at decisions that he's made along the way, it proves that fact to me. So when anyone says to me like, oh, you just agree with anything Farke says, say yeah. Because he's the manager and he knows what he's talking about. If it was a manager I didn't believe in, who'd made wrong decisions, I'd be going, you're chatting shit. But this guy, I have no reason to doubt him. Because even though there's been calls for certain personnel to play, he's been proved to be right. I don't think he's steered us in a wrong direction at any point during his tenure. I don't. If you can give me some examples outside of Ramazani, which will naturally come, then I'll chat. But outside of Ramazani, because that's just always going to split the fan base. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe you can. But there has been some significant updates in there. There is 700 of you watching as well. So do me a solid and smash me a like on the video. Lord Leeds makes a good point. Melier. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. He held on to him too long. Definitely. Was I right on Creswell and Spence? Listen, they've both done really well. Can't get away from that fact. Spence has just earned himself a new contract at Spurs. Creswell's done well in France. My counter argument to that would be Creswell was never going to be played. Even if he was still at the football club now, he still wouldn't be being played. He wasn't getting in over Rodon. Okay. As for Spence was no good for us. Spence had issues off the field. Farke's a disciplinarian. Farke's the gaffer, as we saw with the Creswell situation. Not for me. Not for me. So, yeah, you were probably right. I mean, Spence was always a good player. That was never in doubt. We were all buzzing when he signed. But he just turned out to be a bit of a dick. Creswell, I've wanted to do well at this football club. I remember going to LS11 Live. Andy Hughes was on the stage. They were interviewing Andy Hughes, and he mentioned Creswell then. And he mentioned how City, etc., all these clubs had approached him, but he said, no, I'm staying at Leeds. From that moment, I was like, this is going to be some boy. Then he came in, he went to Millwall, he scored goals. I remember backing him on the first day of the championship season, and he won me money. The tweets will be there. I was like, this guy is the one. But it just didn't turn out to be. He's gone to France. He's done amazing. He's done amazing. But he's in France. Let's see if he makes a return back to the Premier League. Let's see what he does. I don't think his defensive capabilities would suit what we do. But we'll see. We'll see. But I hope that answers your question. But yeah, they're both good players. Not starting our greatest striker of all time, Bamford, of every game. I thought you were going to say Matteo then. Farke has done nothing wrong. The club needs to pull its finger out to support him. He's starting this season with half an assembled squad. Yeah, it's not great. He's wanted a winger forever, hasn't he? Let's be honest. So, it was so obviously Paixão. Okay, then. That's fine. Let's break the free up straight back down curse. I think we will, mate, to be honest. Us and Sunderland. And Sunderland have, listen, they've blown most Premier League teams out of the water for business. They have assembled a very good squad. Very good squad. And that's okay. It's not comparing them to us or anything before anyone loses this shit. I just think they've done really good business. Just having a look at some. Yeah, he runs a tight ship, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Being a good manager doesn't mean you get 100% of your decisions right. That's true. That is very true. Even fucking Pep gets things wrong. Ilian gets a rough deal from most of it. Look, Ilian goes with my sincere gratitude. I proper rated Ilian when he came in. I still like the lad. If I saw him in the street, I would ask for a picture. You know, there's certain footballers that have come through the Leeds United that I won't piss on them if they were on fire. Some. Meslier is not one of them. Regardless of how it ended, he's been a good servant for us. He's been, played a lot of Premier League minutes. Of course, it ended really sour. And I think a lot of that was because of his young age, because of the batterings we were receiving in the Premier League, both under Bielsa and under Jesse. The setup, tactically, he was always going to face a hella shots under Bielsa and under Jesse. And it just crushed him. I think it crushed him. I think there is still a great keeper in Meslier, and he will go away from here. He will regroup and he will come again. Genuinely. He's still so young. So I have nothing but love for the lad. But it did get to a point where every time he was just panicky, man. Even in pre-season against Villarreal, he was not good. I was like, for God's sake. So, yeah. And he'll always have that record as being the youngest ever keeper to keep the most clean sheets in the Premier League. So regardless of what you think of him, to be able to do that with a Bielsa team that leaked goals, it's impressive. One-on-one, exceptional. But yeah, it was time for him to go. Another signing on the way, mate. Jealous? You're doing very well, mate. We've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We beat you to him, so... No, I don't know, Glorious. I genuinely don't know. If it is Paixão, that's fine. Like, maybe that was it, yeah. EPL looks so strong. I think there's some teams that have gone backwards, though. Yes, it's that Spence. Agreed, yeah. I don't think he left and we thought he was a shit player. 100%. I don't think anyone thought that. We know he's a good player. But what he was doing off the pitch was not good. Still 3 million profit on him as well. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Listen, I like Grealish. The player, the man. I hope he is a success at Everton. Obviously, I don't want him to have a good week to have a good game Monday. But, yeah. No, that's reports. I'm telling you now, Leeds United would not be paying any footballer 150 grand a week. 100%. I can guarantee you that. He might have wanted that from Everton, but let's not forget he sacked 2 agents after that fact, and he's done this deal himself. There is no way Leeds United are paying any player at this football club 150 grand a week. No player at our football club is on over 100, so it won't happen. Which of our four? Who's the four, Jeff? I think we've only got 3 at the minute. But if anybody's to get it, I'd probably say Pirro. Yeah. No, yeah. Again, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying as windows go, they're doing great. They're doing great. Read somewhere it's 80k. Yeah, nice. Nice. I mean, to be honest, you're giving parity, if not more, with Pat. 90, 95. Maybe he's on 100, but I get it, but not 150. I think we get Noah Okafor. I think we get James Justin. I'm not sure who that other one is. Bamford's still at the football club, yeah. There might come a time, where Leeds United just have to pay him up. They probably might have to just pay him up so he can move on for free. Yeah, seen that. Doak to Bournemouth, 25 million. It's too expensive for us to do. Yeah. No, 70 after. I don't know where the 90 came from, actually. It is 70. I think Jack Harrison might be on 90. I think. I thought no other. Oh, the other one, the Greek striker. Yeah, maybe. But again, Paul, I think that's too expensive for Leeds to do if they genuinely want 30 to 40 million euros. But if we get Noah Okafor, he can play centre forward as well as on the wing. James Justin feels like an easy deal to do, and hopefully they'll get that done. Yeah. Do you think our wage structure is hindering? No. I mean, if Paixão would have come in, he'd have got a lot. I don't think wages are our problem. And I don't want the club to be in a situation where if we got relegated, we'd be in the shit again. Do you know what I mean? And whatever happens, we're going to be okay. Financially, stability, we're in the best place with this ownership. And I think we will give it the best go of staying up. I would like more players, but we all would, right? We all would. The manager would. He'd like to say, yeah, I'll be able to, I'd sell him because he's not, and bring in a better player than what he is, of course. Yeah. There will be, but it'll be for more money than what we paid for them. And it won't be like the other ones where they can leave on loan. Take Ipswich, for example. They've ended up getting 37 million for Amari Hutchinson, and they bought him for 25 or whatever. It'll be something like that. Sean, leave the Spence stuff, bro. Like, it's done. He's a Tottenham player. You were right. Everyone else was wrong. Just leave it, bro. Let's all be nice. Justin Okafor, Mitrovic. Oh, I'd love Mitrovic still. Yeah, definitely would. But of course, I'll always back Andrea as well, and Ian Ardis will no doubt improve us as well. Suspect DCL. Yeah, he'll be on a reasonable wage. Of course he would. And why shouldn't he, right? He's played a hell of a lot of minutes. He's got 11 England caps. He had his choice between us, Sunderland, and probably more clubs maybe on the continent. Zinny Boswell saying now Leeds are on the verge of Justin. Won't surprise me if he's there. Maybe we can get that one done as well. Let's have a look. Zinny Boswell's the Sky reporter for Leeds United. I'm just trying to find that if someone can tag me in it if I've missed it. Ben Doak to Bournemouth. Here we go. See, I would like the Ben Doak signing if we were in their situation. No, that's not what I'm saying. But my point is we're talking about Spence. He hasn't been here for 2 years. So I'm saying leave it alone. That's all I'm saying. Of course, you can give an opinion, but it's boring because everyone, you know what I mean? It's basically it's hijacking the chat. So that's all I'm saying. I haven't seen that thing on Zinny Boswell, if I'm honest. I can't see it anywhere. Let's have a look. Daniel Farke confirms Calvert-Lewin will wear a Leeds shirt. It's a chance for him to revive his career. I don't see anything on that, bro. You've tagged me, right? So let's have a look. Oh, here we go. 48 minutes ago, Leeds advancing in talks with Leicester City over deal for James Justin. Discussions centre around a fee. Who has a year left on his deal. Leeds looking to bolster fullback options, and Justin can play on right and left and brings Premier League experience. Yeah, again, Leeds United won't be taken to the cleaners by Leicester, so I think we'll get a decent price for him as well. So watch this space. Maybe I'll come live between now and 7:30. for tonight's game if we get DCL and some more advancements on James Justin. Will, it's not over yet, bro. It's far from over, mate. It doesn't end till the 1st of September, so you've got another 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. But listen, thanks everyone for tuning in. Smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. If you want some more news and talk and more Just Joe, I will be going straight on over now to Footy Judge Mo's channel. Plenty of debate. It's very good. Make sure you join me. When you get redirected, I want you to put Just Joe FC, JJFC, Leeds are staying up. JJFC, Leeds are staying up. I want to see that in the chat, and I'll see you over there in a sec. Peace out, folks.